Oh, hello there. Now we even have a nice countdown, so maybe users have a bit more time to join, as it tended to be that all the initial explanations were actually probably viewed by no one, as just started out immediately explaining the context each time. So now we have fixed that a little and actually do even have a countdown in the beginning, which should help a bit with that. And indeed, welcome to the viewers. And we have tonight kind of like attempt at getting the mount that is given as a bonus for doing the Death Knight introduction for World of Warcraft Classic. So we have already created a character with the aforementioned trait, and we chose Draenei because it looked best of the ones available in Classic for Alliance, and it also has a tail, which of course is a major bonus. For example, Worgen doesn't even get one, so also in that respect that would be considered a major advantage that you actually have a tail. So we should be quite good to go very soon. Should most probably still. Yep, it's the interference. There isn't much to be done about it unless actually get a real microphone, which might happen in a moderate while. It actually is some kind of electric interference with the internal webcam microphone, because I've checked, like, it doesn't actually originate from anything actual. It's electric interference with the microphone itself, because it doesn't exist on any other audio output, and it only exists on that input. So it's very probably some kind of electrical interference, as wrote on Twitter once, that it somehow either picks up interference from the environment or has badly shielded internal electronics to generate that kind of odd soft disturbance. So in that respect also, yeah, it's not fan noise even. It's some kind of electric interference phenomenon, because otherwise have gotten pretty good results with the internal microphone of the webcam. So never yet bought an actual one, which might be the next thing. Have bought quite a few games with the what have gotten from streaming this far. So the next thing might be that would buy a proper microphone, as the internal one doesn't really have any other issue than not being exactly silent in that respect always. So, but yes, let's first going to adjust the settings still a bit, so we actually get game audio all the time, because it currently plays audio only when not in the background. So let's enable sound in background and then reconnect, so we actually have a bit more stable experience, that it doesn't drop the audio from the game each time we shift focus. So in that respect also we should be good to move towards the game. And yes, we do now have character created, but haven't yet started the game. So let's next do so and move to have some laden. Which should be quite quick, as we have warm file cache as actually tested this.
You stood boldly against the shadow and purchased another dawn for the world.
So we apparently get some cinematic, but viewing the cinematics is not necessarily
the victory you claim
useful in the sense that everyone can get these
now, the
also
death looms above the world
repeatedly. We are much more interested in actually starting the thing which starts with very dark image. Alright.
All life must end.
Alright. Report to instructor. Alright.
You know what to do.
We shall once we actually know how to get there.
My chosen knight.
Alright, that shouldn't be too hard as it's apparently only a walking distance. Yes, it's actually part of the map.
Gaze now upon the lands below us. The Scarlet Crusade scurries to undo my work, while Light's hope stands defiantly against us, a blemish upon these plague lands. They must all be shown the price of their defiance. You will become my force of retribution. Where you tread, doom will
Right,
follow.
and
Go now and claim your destiny, Death Knight.
alright. He's quite smart, like walk away while talking, which indeed makes this really easy to accept, especially because this classic version seems to insist on slowly unrolling the text. So search weapon racks in Ebonhold for battle-worn sword and then use it on Runeforge to craft a rune-bladed sword. Alright. Experience 24,000, certainly, as we are like level 55 by default. It's kind of like a prestige class. Alright, let's then track the quest. Alright, it's actually tracked automatically. Then do wonder where we actually find the Runeforge itself. And here's the battle-worn sword. Alright, that was quite easy. Then we would need to use the Runeforge itself, which kind of like unsure which of these things is that. Apparently that, yes. So how do we perform? There we go. Alright, that being done, we turn that in. Alright, so we gained ability and then should again use use the rune forge to add a these are apparently some kind of tutorial items, yes. Most probably we do not need tips at this point. So let's then try and do that. So there we go, and we have practically only 2 runes to choose from. So affixes your rune weapons with a rune that has chance to increase damage by 20% for next 2 attacks. Alright, and then we have the other one, 2% extra weapon damage. Right, the other one is kind of specific because it's only for Alright, that's for all damage, so do think that would be more desirable. Grave button doesn't seem to do much, but yes, it requires actually again pushing. Right, there we go. So now it includes the rune, so we use the rune forging ability for that, and now then again report back that and again, like really usefully, he decides to walk off while talking. Alright, that's pretty clear. Get rid of the advertised initiate, so we again apparently automatically track it, but kind of the map isn't very detailed like it used to be, especially early on in the map, that it didn't have that many for the specific buildings. So it's like, yes, we are here, but there should be like an area map, zone map, never show. Would be useful. Does it actually do anything? No, it's apparently there simply is no map for the interior, which kind of doesn't help with navigating for quests. Yes. So let's see, is it like, yeah, there are unworthy initiates here. Of course, we should also equip the fancy blade, which looks quite nice with the shader effects in place. So then we should free an unworthy initiate, and which apparently, alright,
I'm out of range.
Use the key. Please try to use the key.
I need to get closer.
Out of range. How close do we?
It's too far away.
Or is it like that we unlock this thing? Yes. So we unlock that, and then we have to. They do not look very well equipped in comparison. But apparently they are yes, going to improve that situation.
Get on with it.
There we go. And we have like fancy looking functions
Not
here,
ready
so
yet.
let's push them all.
I can't do that.
Alright, a lot of damage at least. There we go. Alright, there was like some kind of tunnel left behind which has a lot of text in small font. Very good, and we look much more impressive walking with the sword, so that is already an improvement. This guy is hard to turn quests into because he keeps walking. Alright. Report to Lich King again. Alright. At least that was quite quick. Oh, hello there, Tigatron. Great to see you. Always good to have you join. And yes, we are trying to get the mount you get by doing the Death Knight introduction in Classic, but not yet sure how long it is. So we'll see if we finish today. Kind of uncertain how far this actually goes. Alright, so these are kind of like icons related to. Haven't seen those because never yet played the Death Knight class.
Your will is not your own.
Alright, and what we shall do. Alright, analyze the Scarlet Hold, New Avalon Forts, New Avalon Town Hall, and Chapel of Crimson Flame using control mechanism. Alright, that's pretty
Go forth
fancy what it should be like.
these lands.
They were like other end of this platform, so wherever that might be. That looks a lot like. That looks surprisingly a lot like a Palantir, so that should be the correct thing for sure. Alright, this is modestly confusing. Like, there we go for the first building. Right, and there's the next one. And here should be the town hall apparently. Yes. And would this then be the... Alright, we still need to find the chapel, so let's have another go at that. Not yet seen the chapel, like some sightseeing. East we arrived at a different point, so would the cathedral then be closer? Would be useful, like to have a local map also, but clearly back then those were not such a big thing. So this was the town hall. Was the hold. Cathedral should be quite recognizable. That was the smithy. As it should also be in the vicinity. This would rather look like it, but apparently it isn't within bounds as we get dropped back here. So clearly that isn't the correct place either. So let's try again. The kind of lack of close-up maps in this old rendition of the game kind of makes it hard to often find whatever we are looking for, especially as apparently tracking the quest doesn't actually give us a direction arrow towards the remaining quest target. We are tracking it most probably, and then we still need to find the chapel. Right, might that be the chapel then? Yep. Right, and then we detect that. And apparently get hit with things, but that doesn't matter anymore. There we go. Now we can turn that in. Lich King himself.
To your master.
Use the glowing transponder behind the Lich King to reach the High Lord Dalen Mograine in the Hall of Command. Alright.
Slay all who oppose us.
So it would be this thing would think then to transport, which yes. Alright, the march up a new Avalon begins now. Very well. Report to Scourge Commander Talanor on the balcony of the first floor of Ebonhold. Alright. Then we most probably have trouble finding the first floor. That shouldn't be too easy, too hard apparently, as it for once shows on the map.
Make it quick.
Ah, this is actually additional quest.
We will have our
Then
revenge.
they also decide to wander off. They have clearly improved on this since then, like all the characters are walking around while
For now.
giving quests.
We are done here.
Alright, then we need to actually find who we are supposed to report to. But apparently it's on the first floor of Ebonhold and we were elsewhere as far as understood. At least this place doesn't have anything more to it, so most probably. And as we do not have really any useful we of course should show things on the map also. Disable tracking for none. Alright. Right. At least this would be the Ebonhold, yes, so that wasn't too hard, like the balcony was right here. So not too much of an issue.
Yes.
Alright, they do use a griffin though. Alright, then we go on a griffin.
There's work to be done.
Right, let's proceed with a very undead looking griffin. Right, that was quick. So we should then find I'll find the next guy here according to the map also. There we are. The time for bloodshed is now. Very well. Alright, so then we have the classical like kill 10 of this creature and 10 of this creature and alright. Then we also finally have like extra quests apparently. Alright, so we can also battle other death knights. Seems kind of wasteful. Apparently the scorch is what it is. Also the amount of visibility here is quite limited. Recover arrows. Alright. Then we will. Grand Theft Palomino, yeah. Probably we'll then steal a horse. It's only stealing if you're caught. Yep. Deranged stable master sounds good enough. Alright. Now we know our quests. And even are tracking all of them. Yeah, it tends to be like World of Warcraft, almost like uses like most of the quest lines are like either report to X then X and or kill X number of Y creature, like even had last time streamed. The regular World of Warcraft had a joke about that already in the description, like kill X of Y creature tends to be most usual quest line also. Let's see if we can have like a bit more image gamma also, as the place is really dark. So let's see if we can let's set something like 1.3, which already seems to improve the contrast considerably. We actually even see. Alright, and then the issue is that we should attack the village, but we should also get down there, which most probably again requires something a bit more fancy than jumping, would imagine. probably jumping from here isn't going to end very well. Nobody of them bothered to explain how you actually get down. Is there like another griffin? It looks like a transporter, but it does nothing, so. Alright, we have more griffins here. Let's see which way they go. Do we end up back at... No, it seems that they actually go to the village, hopefully. No, we end up back here. That was not really what intended. So let's try again. Like, at least it looks like we can just jump down to the village we are supposed to cause havoc at. Alright, there's actually a road down if you go to the side. Well learned. Alright, and now we can get rid of the citizen.
I can't cast that yet. That skill reject. That spell isn't ready. I need it help.
Give it to the church and the light will provide. Alright, we certainly would also like a tract. Right, Medi. Hopefully that counts as like Crusader.
That spell isn't ready
Yes.
yet.
Then we also had an infantryman up here
Ability isn't ready yet.
who was quite... Right, and we are getting shot by someone
I can't do that yet. I can't cast
more
that.
of an issue damage
Ready
by...
yet. I can't do that yet. That ability isn't ready yet. Not ready yet. I can't do that yet.
Would be nice to... Then
Ability isn't ready.
there are certainly enough attackers here, so let's move off a bit at least. If we can, it tends to be like everything follows you very well. And we also have some horsemen, so let's try and expire at least close enough that we... There we go, expire close enough here that it's a short way to reclaim corpse. Apparently we got a way. Do we have like any means of regaining health any quicker than waiting, which is actually... Yeah, we do actually even have food, so... You are in combat, not any longer. There we go, no longer in combat, so we can even regain health and go at it again. We've actually only found Crusaders, we haven't slain any citizens of Havenshire. Let's see if causing trouble with the miners counts as citizens. If there are any miners left. Alright, let's see if getting rid of the miners counts as citizens. At least they aren't very strong. No, unfortunately the miners are not citizens of Havenshire for the quest. Alright. That's interesting. Miners do not count as citizens of Havenshire, so what can you do? Right, here we again have the Scarlet Infantrymen, so let's trouble them. There's also Death Knight here that we were told to also. I would like to know who is actually shooting at us. Right, just getting rid of the peasant for citizen.
I can't cast that yet.
No, it was also Scarlet Crusader. Then we of course have infantry to help.
That ability isn't ready yet.
We haven't still found anyone who would count as a citizen of Havenshire rather than Scarlet Crusader. Alright. Right, we even found some food. Let's eat some cheese in the meantime. And still wonder about who counts as a citizen after having tried the peasant and everything, and they always count as Scarlet Crusaders, so clearly they have recruited well. Pretty much everybody has been on the side of the crusade. Alright. Then we have to again get rid of one of the horsemen.
That ability isn't ready yet.
Alright, and there are no peasants. Let's see, did that either count as... No, that didn't either count as killing a citizen. Alright. That's a stable, but it's hard to kill a horse because you immediately get about 5 horsemen. In general, the game is harder certainly than the new one. This is the stable master, and that we certainly aren't going to win. So let's... Fortunately, we do not end up too far away. And as we have to reclaim our own corpse, we can even jump. Let's resurrect a bit away from the stable so we don't immediately again aggro the stable master. Alright, it seems the peasants are not very continent like. Even if we get rid of the peasants, it's still not a citizen of Havenshire. Confusingly. Soulless boots. Do not think we have any, so like we at least have some kind of like starting equipment, so it's a bit better. Like soulless boots aren't going to really. Right, that's normal. To wonder where the stable master exactly is, as it would be nice to steal a horse. Let's try. Worst that can happen is that we fire. At least we got the infantryman and do think that again the stable master also soon. It's our luck.
Ability isn't ready. I can't do that yet. Not ready yet. That ability isn't ready.
There we go. Then somebody is also shooting at us. Right, it's actually the medic apparently some kind of attack spell.
I can't cast it.
There we go. And then we have this. Alright, that wasn't the stable master, so we maybe stand some chance. The stable master is kind of like
That spell is
pretty much immortal this level. Alright. Eat food and see if we can now steal a horse. No, that's the stable master, so let's see if we can run from him, like just walk away. Probably not. Actually, he gave up. Alright, and then we again. It's considerably harder than the newer things for sure. Alright. Not absolutely surprised that this was early on considered more frustrating, because it's clearly harder. Would immediately observe. It's considerably harder than what the game is nowadays. And do still wonder who we have to dispatch to have killed a citizen of Havenshire. As pretty much everyone wandering around is of the Scarlet Crusade, so including the peasants. Alright.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I don't have a target.
Maybe eat here with some luck. There we go. And then again see about stealing a horse. At least it jumped really far. Wow. Right, this should be doable as the stable master is elsewhere. Now we should be able to outride at least from the infantryman, yes. Right, that works. actually successfully stole that now. Then we just need to find the one who actually so this wasn't apparently them. This wasn't apparently them by being horsemen. At least, what's the specific definition of having successfully stolen a horse? Let's read the quest description. Salanar the horseman asks you to steal a horse from Havenshire's stables and return it to him. And we certainly do now have a horse, so should we then just like dismount here? With our luck, leaving the vehicle just makes it disappear. Ah, for once that apparently no, that certainly didn't work. The overall game design indeed in the classic sometimes becomes question. Like, certainly tried quite hard. And the quest description doesn't really tell you what constitutes a successful horse theft. So let's have another go at it. Right, no sight of the stable master, so let's steal a stallion this time. Maybe a stallion is more effective or something. So what constitutes successfully stealing a horse? If we bring it here and that's not like sufficient. Deliver stolen horse. Alright, so that's actually a function on the horse. No wonder. There we go. Can you show mastery over an unbound charger and brutally overtake the thing that you desire most? Alright, so. Alright, so the separate quest. You must slay him, overtake his dead charger and return it to Death's Breach. Issue the horseman's call should you succeed. It's kind of complicated also. So apparently using even darker rendering mode. This is then now the Shadow Realm, but where we need to go here? To succeed at the Horseman's Challenge. Open field south of us, alright. So it's apparently this way. Or the way down, or is this the open field? Instructions unclear. Because like the guys are here, and if we look directly south, it's like here. At least there's like shadowy tormentors. Right.
I can't cast it.
This apparently isn't related to the horse though.
That ability isn't ready.
It's like an elemental.
I need a target.
Alright, at least we are getting rid of the shadowy tormentors, but do think that this Black Rider is the thing we need to attack, so
I can't do that yet.
Let's see how hard a fight this will be. It doesn't seem too hard actually. I was expecting like that it's really hard to defeat a Black Rider. That's probably what we need to defeat to get the Death Charger. There we go. Horseman's Call. Need to be in Death's Breach. So now we again need to get back. Back up to Death's Reach. And here we go again. Can we like now use Horseman's Call? Yes. Alright, and that should finish the Grand Theft Palomino. Yes. So now I would think that we can actually also use the Death Charger. It's like an ability or at least not any of those. It apparently is not like a normal item. No, it is Sigil of the Dark Rider. Equip. Alright, that's nice, but how do we now use the mount? So that we should actually have one. Because there's no separate window for mounts, unlike in the modern game. It's clearly not auxiliary ability, at least not. Not indicated here. And this isn't one we can use, so still kind of confused. We clearly should have do think gotten the ability to ride a death charger would imagine, but instructions unclear, so let's continue with causing more havoc in the village.
Cast that. I can't do that yet. That ability isn't ready. That's still Richard. Not ready yet. I'm out of range. I can't do that yet. That ability isn't ready. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't do that yet. I can't cast that yet. Ready yet. I can't do that yet.
Let's see if we can make it a bit further, like if we're interested, but the quest will here be, and we are again currently up against the Stable Master, yes, so alright, this was the arrow we are supposed to collect, so it's nice, and we are no longer in combat, which of course helps. Let's regain health and then keep collecting the arrows, and now we can do further quests as we finally got far enough into the village. There's also abandoned mail, which is of course we should be apparently looking for mail here. See if we can find some abandoned mail. From the mailbox, apparently. There we are. Atop the mailbox there are several illegible letters and scrolls, useless. Perhaps you should check inside. Doesn't look like there's much else there. So let's collect some arrows and otherwise cause some havoc. On the field we do have farmhound, which looks a lot like a hyena, apparently. So let's collect these. Only 15, like, yeah. Havenshire Farms. Alright, these are the fleeing citizens we are supposed to slay, which is of course very according to the laws of war, but
creature. I can't cast it. That spell isn't ready yet.
Alright, first citizen of Havenshire slain. Don't go down that easy. Alright.
That ability isn't ready yet.
Then we need to get rid of more fleeing citizens, so... Alright, here's the Scarlet Farmhound, so...
That ability isn't ready.
It's a bit like a hyena.
I need to get closer.
There we go, at least. Farmhound. Done with, let's see, we need more. Alright, unfortunately also easy. The citizens to stand up.
I can't do that yet. That ability isn't ready.
At least we only have to fight 10 of these, like in violation of the Geneva Convention. Most probably Geneva Convention doesn't apply here. Here it would seem. Alright, and here we have our next war crime.
Cast that yet. Not ready yet.
And more, please. Fortunately, it's quite easy. You stand on the road and hit them with your sword.
I can't do that yet.
Kind of like questionable conduct. Conduct of war. Uncertain would this be written down in the unit's official war diary. Like, then we stood on the road and would put the running citizens to the sword. So, more citizens please, there we go. Fortunately only a few left. 98 copper, not exactly very rich. Still a couple left, so we can slowly walk back towards the... There we go, Mr. Farmer.
That spell isn't ready. I can't cast it yet.
And
Get closer.
another one.
That's still recharged.
Have mercy, sir, that's
I
not
can't
very
cast that yet.
probable.
That ability isn't ready yet.
Now we have mercy as we are done with that quest. Now we just need to make it back to Death's Breach once again. Be possible also this way. See if we can make it. Not really wanting to fight everyone. Yes. There we go. Practical. Right, then we have 2 of the quests to turn in. And then we get one of the 3 improves critical strike rating. All of these improve critical strike rating. Difference is what resistance they give. Let's choose the nature resistance. Sounds most useful as frost and shadow are kind of we already cause or would like to cause, so there we go. Right. Alright, turn attention to more tactical targets. Sound at least easier. Then we still have one quest left. We should like kill Death Knight initiates. Thing could be found close to the way to the village. Which wasn't apparently here. Yeah, here. Yeah, here we do have Death Knight initiate, so let's try and duel such. Kind of unsure where to reliably find one of them. Let's first fight the infantryman. Apparently also. Alright, there's a Death Knight initiate, yes. So the next fight them apparently. They wouldn't keep disappearing. At least we have the medic to worry about also, but we have done all the quests in the village. Would like to fight the initiates, but where we can actually find them to fight, because we have the duel.
Make it quick.
I need to target. That's still spell isn't ready.
And we ended up fighting the infantryman. Again the initiate disappeared, so at least apparently these that appear here aren't really the way to fight them. Again, instructions a bit unclear. Let's see what the... Are there any extra instructions? Have you completed that challenge? Nope. Not yet. Instructions unclear. Would still like to finish that quest and then finish for today, but the instructions aren't terribly clear, like where you find who you are supposed to duel. Mildly confusing, as there's then like pretty much no initiates to duel. Which doesn't really make it very easy, so let's check. Let's check our good friend Google, as that's not very evident. Alright, 2010. If the quest bugs on you and you can't see any initiates nearby, relog. It fixes the phasing for it. Yep, apparently the game is not bug free, as if it ever was, so let's log out and log back in. Oh well. So let's try if we can fix that, so log out. And now our icon even shows the nice fancy short. And at least it's quick to load, as we are loading against wall file cache. Then we should like see initiates nearby. Yeah, there are some. We could catch one to fight. Yep.
Our masters will be done. I will listen for now.
I need a target.
So how? How can they actually be made to be fightable? There are some running around, but they certainly do not seem to be very willing. Willing to fight. And then they disappear here, so clearly we have to
You need something?
right.
Ashes to ashes.
Alright, now we can
I can't attack.
duel them. So
That ability isn't ready. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready. That's still ready. I can't cast that. That spell isn't ready. Yeah. That ability isn't ready. I can't attack that target.
right, we at least won one. It was a geist, so they are not certainly going to fight. The overall design of this is a bit questionable. Like you have to really catch them to get to duel them, and they are not very common. So even 5 is plenty to ask. Right, there we have one.
Speak your piece.
Fight.
Yes. What?
Too far
Make
away.
it quick.
Ready yet. I can't cast that. That's still recharged. I can't see that. That ability isn't ready.
There we go.
Speak your piece.
Not ready yet.
fighting, good. And 2 more needed. They keep appearing hereabouts, so it's a bit easier to catch them. And again we have to wait for more to bother to appear apparently. Not the clearest quest ever, like you have to wait for. Right, here we have another initiate and you shall fight. You do not stand a chance, really. We'll see.
Still recharging. I can't cast it. That ability isn't
There
ready.
we go, and only 1 more needed. So we again wait until you appear. Then we are done with these, and then we shall finish for today. Right. Here we have 1, so last one of these, and then the big question. Having duel enough.
Not ready yet. That ability isn't ready yet. Not ready yet. I can't do that yet. That ability isn't ready yet.
I will listen for now.
There we go. Now we can turn it in. To the thing in the pit. The Lich King looks favorably upon you on this day. Very good. We got the insignia of the Scourge. And now we get the new quest. Good. Let's stir things up a bit, shall we? Grand Necromancer of the Lich King has graced us with his presence. Alright, speak with... Very well, we shall seek him out tomorrow or on Wednesday. But we are done for today, would say pretty much the usual. A bit more than 1.5 hours, and certainly made some progress. There's still some way to go to actually get the mount that has been has been like the incentive to actually play classic a bit to get the mount on normal side. So we played about 1.25 or 3/4 of an hour tonight, and we'll continue tomorrow or on Wednesday depending on tomorrow's schedule. So thank you all for joining, and you of course get a wave first, and then we see who we can raid. Let's see who's on. Cedric is playing Final Fantasy 14, and Yuna is playing PlayStation 1. See if he's still playing PlayStation 1, certainly always give some priority to retro. Let's see. Our good bossy, very bossy Yuna, he certainly likes his boss, all the boss. And then we first get the flip phone AD with the cat. And yes, he's playing and also wagging quite a bit, so do think it's a good time to go for Yuna. Oh, poop! Thank you for the poop, our good Tigatron. And then we go and raid Yuna. Alright, we'll keep that in mind, and then we of course start the raid. There we go. And once again, thank you for joining, and see you either tomorrow or on Wednesday for more, probably this, so that we get the mount before the end of the month when they remove that possibility. So thank you for joining, and more to come.